This is from MetsMiners.net. Mets Miners July top performance, and I want to thank them for doing this work for you and for me, for that matter. But New York Mets farm system looks a lot different now than it did before the trade deadline. With the continued progress of their top prospects and the addition of new ones, the Mets farm is in the best shape it's been in quite some time. Some of the players who particularly stood out over the last month are the following. Hitter of the month. Now, his name is Jeffrey Rosa. He's an outfielder. He hit 342 with a 418 on base percentage, 798 OPS, 9 doubles, 9 home runs, 25 RBIs. I've had a difficult time finding a scouting report on Rosa. If you can find one for me, put it in the comments section. He's a tough one for me to find. Rosa, who's 18, was a one-man wrecking crew in July. He collected 18 extra base hits, and he ended the month on a 9-game hitting streak. More impressively, that was a 9-game extra base hit streak. With stats like that, there's no wonder he was named an All-Star. And he's in the Dominican Summer League, by the way. In the All-Star game, Rosa was 2 for 2 for an RBI. Certainly he has been the Mets' outstanding player at this level. And he's arguably been in the best performing prospect at this level. He is not rated so far. But I think he's going to be rated very quickly within the year, just due to the fact his name's been popping up, obviously, over the last month. So far, we have gotten a very good glimpse as to why the Mets gave him a $100,000 signing bonus in international free agency in January of 2022. He's showing big power, big-time power, and with this level of production, he could be a fast rise in the Mets farm system. Again, I expect him to be a guy that's going to go through the system very quickly, and we're going to hear more about him. I haven't heard, like I said, I've heard things over the last few weeks. I've had a tough time finding a scout report. Honorable mentions. Jed Williams, he's in St. Lucie. Nick Morabito, he's in the Florida Complex League. Jacob Reimer, he's in Port St. Lucie. These are young guys that are going to be they've been drafted in the last year, and they are going quickly through the system. Starting pitcher of the month, right-handed pitcher Blaze Hidwell. He's the Mets' number 3 pick last year. For Brooklyn this year, he's 3-0 with a 1.96 ERA, a WHIP of 1.13, and he struck out 10.2 per 9 innings. He is 22 years old, and he continues his continued his dominant 2-month stretch in Brooklyn, which led to his promotion to Double-A Binghamton at the end of the month. Dating back to May 17th, he had a 12-start streak where he allowed 2 or fewer earned runs. Wow, that's pretty good. His best start of the month was his July 6th start against the Wilmington Blue Rocks. Over 6 innings, he allowed just 2 earned runs while striking out 11 batters. That is all the more impressive when that lineup featured 4 of the Washington Nationals' top 30 prospects and Bertie House, number 2, Jeffrey De La Rosa, number 8, Jarrett McKenzie, 25, and Darren Baker at number 29. That is just how well Tidwell is progressing. He's out there besting the top prospects that other teams are putting onto the field. Honorable mentions. Robert Colina of Brooklyn was 2-0 with a 1.72 ERA. Dominic Hamill of Binghamton struck out 30 over 21 in the 3rd innings. Cameron Forster, keep an eye on him. He's from Brooklyn. He struck out 37 over 27 innings. Reliever of the month. I did a video on this young man yesterday. You need to check it out. Reliever of the month, according to MetsMiners.net, Daniel Juarez, left-handed pitcher. The left-hand, he's in Binghamton right now. He's flying through the Mets farm system, flying through it. The left-handed Juarez has shown himself to be effective against right and left-handed batters. With slider and change complement his fastball, he keeps the ball in the ballpark and he gets batters out. It also helps when he can field his position. Juarez made 6 relief appearances in July, with all but one of them being scoreless. He pitched at least 1 inning in all of those appearances, and he went over 1 inning 3 times. His high was 2 1/3 innings, and July 27 against the Reading Fighting Phils. Last year, Juarez was a popular pick to have a breakout season. This year, he has continued pitching well, and he's shown he has the makings of a major league reliever. Keep an eye on him for spring training next year. If not, he'll be in AAA with the Syracuse team. Honorable mentions. William Woods led all Mets minor leaguers with 5 saves while posting a 1.0 ERA. Paul Gervasi from Brooklyn, struck out 17 over 9 innings, and Daniel Nunez had a 1.00 ERA, striking out 12 over 9 innings at Binghamton. Now, these players and many other players are going to be discussed here on the Prospect Hut. I will talk about Mets prospects, Mets minor leaguers, every player I can find that plays for the Mets that has they all have a future. Maybe in baseball, may not be, but it's interesting to talk about. And also, if anyone out there, let me know if you have a link to a Jeffrey Rosa scouting report. His name is spelled Jeffrey. Start that over again. Jeffreyrosa. Just look him up and then put like Mets next to it. I had a tough time finding one on him, and I will credit you if you send it to me. I'll go through it. If you send it to me, I will credit you in a video on a profile. So, thank you for watching this video, and of course, please subscribe to the Prospect Hut, and I'll see you later.